Asha, and today's video is going to be all about my online shopping tips. So basically how you can get the most out of your online shopping experience to make sure that you have items that arrive how you wanted them to arrive, make sure you don't get ripped off, make sure that you get what you wanted to get and that you aren't unhappy. I wish I had a video like this or someone to tell me these things when I first started online shopping, which was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and today I actually do about 90% of my shopping online because you can find really good deals. It's not going to include my favorite online stores because I'm actually going to make a blog post to go alongside this video, which will tell you guys some of my favorite online stores, and make sure that you leave me a comment down below telling me your favorite online stores, because one of my favorite things is to discover new online stores. It's like my favorite thing ever, so make sure you leave me a comment. The first tip I have for you guys is to try and shop on overseas websites. Obviously make sure that the shipping isn't too expensive, but by shopping on overseas websites, I sort of have to give an example to, I guess, give you a better understanding. So for example, I live in Australia and at the moment we are coming out of summer. So we're in the southern hemisphere and we're coming out of summer. Whereas in the northern hemisphere, they are currently coming out of winter. So this means that all the US sites are going to have, or not even sites, just stores in general, are going to have their winter stock that's left over on sale in the sale section. And in Australia, we're going to have our summer stock on sale in the sale section, most of the time, anyway. So if you live in Australia, have a look at the American sites to find some items that you can wear for autumn and winter. The next tip is to follow a site's social media, so like their Instagram, their Facebook, their Twitter, because a lot of the time they will have flash sales, or they'll be like 1 hour sale stock, 30% off. I've seen that so much, and if I didn't follow sites such as Beginning Boutique and Dish, etc., I wouldn't know about those sales. So yeah, make sure you do that. So you can get some really good deals from flash sales from their social media. Also, make sure, I do this every single time I shop online. I will go on a store and then I Google, coupon codes alongside that store. So for example, yesterday I made an order of American Apparel and I was like, okay, well I'll just go and check and see if they've got any coupon codes. So I searched American Apparel coupon codes. March 2014, and then I found out that there's a coupon code at the moment where it's 30% off the entire store. So yeah, a lot of the time, most of the time, I will find a coupon code that goes along with my store from just Googling it. So make sure you do that. You can get really good discounts and you can save a lot of money from just Googling coupon codes. So the next tip relates more to, I suppose, the item that you're going to order itself, and that is to get a tape measure out. I know that it's probably a little bit more effort, but it's worth it when you have an item that arrives and it actually fits you. So on the website, next to an item, most of the time, pretty much majority all the time, I will see that right next to where they've got the picture, they'll have the measurements from the waist and etc, etc. If they don't, you could even go to the extent to email the company and ask them. I think it's definitely worth it. There's nothing more disappointing than having an item arrive at your house and it not fitting you. So yeah, definitely worth just getting a tape measure out and checking to see if the item's going to fit you so that you are happy when it arrives. Another option, what you can do if you're a little bit lazy, like I am sometimes, is to compare the model to you, if that makes sense. So again, they will have the, where they'll have the measurements of the actual garment itself. They will have, I can almost guarantee that they're going to have the model's height. And because I'm so tall, personally, usually when I order dresses offline, they would have been too short for me. So when I'm looking at a dress, I'll look at the model's height and I'll see where it falls on, above her knees, and I'll see if comparing her height to me, if that's going to be too short. And 90% of the time it is, but it's lucky that I checked that because, most of the time I would have dresses arriving that would be far too short for me. Going alongside that is to always check the fabric. Years back I ordered some skirts offline and I was really excited for them to arrive, and I thought that they were going to be a cotton material, and they arrived and they were polyester, and I was so annoyed. And yeah, that was because I didn't check the fabric, and again, that'll be in the description box box most of the time. Sometimes it can be quite deceiving in a picture online as to what fabric it is. The next tip is to always zoom up on the image to get a better understanding of the quality of the item. A lot of the time, if you zoom up, you can zoom up really close. I know on ASOS you can do it. You can zoom up so close where you can actually see the seams on the garment, and this has stopped me from buying a lot of items in the past where you zoom up on the hem of the skirt or on the, like, you know, the seam line at the top of the shirt, and it's all jiggity and you can see there's like thread sticking out everywhere and the seaming isn't very well done. You just know when you, well, you know, when that arrives, it's probably just going to fall apart straight away, or it's not going to look very nice. So yeah, make sure that you zoom up to check the quality of the garment. Next tip is to have a look at the terms and conditions on a website, especially if you are ordering off this website for, say, the first time and you've never heard of it, or you never ordered from there before. You just want to make sure that it's not dodgy, and by going into the terms and conditions, it can kind of give you a better understanding. If they've got like a proper email address, if they've got a proper terms and conditions page. Also make sure most of the time the option to use PayPal will be available. If you can, if you have a PayPal account or if your parents have a PayPal account, make sure that you use PayPal whenever it's available, because yeah, again, that goes alongside with being safe. You know, it is online, you're not giving someone cash over a counter. They could potentially just rip you off, but if you use PayPal, they won't have your credit card details, blah blah blah. Yeah, basically just use PayPal whenever you can. Next is to have a look at the sizing chart. So for example, if you're ordering off an international website, you may not be aware that different countries have different sizes and they really vary quite a bit. So if you're going to order an 8 Australian, that's not going to be the same as a US 8. It's going to be completely different, and it's going to arrive and the item's not going to fit you. And I guarantee you, like most websites, pretty much every single website I've been on has a sizing chart that you can look at. Another tip with sizing is to Google reviews. So Google reviews on the website, on the shopping website, this will, you know, let you know whether or not you can trust it. But a lot of the times people will tell you, if the website runs small or if it runs large. So for example, I ordered off Misguided about a month ago, and I looked up some reviews and a lot of people said that the sizes ran small. So I ordered a size up and they arrived at my house and they fit me perfectly. If you can't find any reviews, a good way to check whether or not the size is going to be large or small is to have a look at what size the model is wearing. So again, in that description next to the garment or next to the model who's wearing the item, it should say, you know, her height, the measurements, the fabric, and it should also say what size she is wearing. In Australia, you will most of the time, models are a size 8. That's the standard size for a model to be. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that. But yeah, most of the time when I go on websites, models will be wearing size 8s. So if they're wearing a size 6, then you can sort of get the gist that the item's going to run large, and if they're wearing a size 10, then you can get the gist that the item's going to run small, so that you know which size to order. That is actually the last tip I've got for you guys. If I can think of any more, I guess I'll do a part 2. If you guys have any personal tips, then make sure that you leave them down below. Make sure you leave me some of the websites that you like to shop on, and make sure that you check out the blog post, which will be go alongside this video, all about my favourite places to shop online and just sort of mini reviews on each website. So I'm going to let you know, like, the website, what I think of it, how long it takes to ship, you know, does it come packaged well, was it good customer service, etc, etc, etc. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. I love it when you do that. It's like the best feeling ever. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!